Y'all saw me pull these. Like, this is why I like pulling on camera, because I cannot make this shit up. God, you're speaking. I would start praise dancing right now. My goodness. Okay. The road you were on may be the road less traveled, but this journey is going.
Baby, come instant.
Hello beautiful people, thank you so much for clicking on this video. Whether you are a new subscriber, an old subscriber, or this is your first time watching, I am the Pink Lady, and today I am looking into how we can stay ready so we ain't gotta get ready. You feel me? And like I mentioned before, whether you are new or old, subscribed or not, please join the family if you are not. Okay, click the subscription button down below. If you're liking the vibe of this video so far, click the like button. It wouldn't hurt. It's an exchange of energy and I would appreciate it so much. Okay, and without further ado, I want to jump right into the reading and discern and see what spirit has in store for us today. Alrighty. I want to open it up with a poem that I was exposed to in the 6th grade. If anyone is watching this that attended Oakland School for the Arts and you are in your 20s, you are at acting concentration, I'm pretty sure you remember this. And if you don't, I hope it sparks a thought in you. But basically one of my favorite theater teachers of all time, because I have been going to performing arts school since I was in the 6th grade. His name was Mr. Duncan, and he made us learn what is it called? The Road Not Taken by Robert Frost. And when I was getting ready to pull today, Spirit kind of channeled that message for me, and I've been hanging on to it until I felt like it would be the perfect time for me to like really understand what I'm supposed to be talking about and telling you guys, because I need to understand it first in order to tell y'all. And I'm definitely starting to get the picture. So I'm going to read you guys the poem and then we're gonna go from there, okay? And I don't remember it, so I will be looking at my phone. I remember the last part, but all right. So this is The Road Not Taken by Robert Frost. Two roads diverged in a yellow wood, and sorry I could not travel both. And be one traveler long I stood and looked down as far as I could to where it bent in the undergrowth. Then took the other just as fair, and having perhaps the better claim, because it was grassy and wanted wear, though as for the passing there had worn them really about the same. And both that morning equally lay in leaves no step had trodden black. Oh, I kept the first one for another day, yet knowing how way leads on to way, I doubted if I should ever come back. I shall be telling this with a sigh, somewhere ages and ages hence. Two roads diverged in a wood, and I took the one less traveled by, and that has made all the difference. Okay, so with the two roads diverged in the yellow wood, I'm going to take a look at the road less traveled by and what difference it is going to be making in our lives. Alrighty. And with that being said, let's jump right into what Spirit has to tell us about the road less traveled, okay? Okie dokie. So, first, I'm actually bringing this back in here. This card popped up at the beginning, and I just want to read you guys kind of what it says. So the first card that came up in retrospect to two roads diverged in the yellow wood and taking the one less traveled by. Tell me this picture doesn't look like it. First of all, she literally has yellow over her, so she's diverged in two colors. And the name of this card from this is from my Amenti Oracle deck is I Do the Best That I Can. Okay, it says, as we actively seek to heal spiritually, restoration comes in unexpected waves that wash over prior perceptions and misconceptions, allowing us the opportunity to evolve from darkness by becoming the best possible people we can. However, in order to be, at times we must see. Alrighty, to seek a vision of self outside of ourselves, stepping backward to leap forward can be a helpful tool of transformation. The word best is considered by some to be the superlative state of a remedy, and with the remedy being a treatment for dis-ease, the best outcome is clearly being healed. So the two roads diverge in the yellow wood. The road that is less traveled by definitely has something with believing that we are always doing the best that we can, that it being some form of remedy for ourselves, being some form of way that we can embrace healing right now. Okay, but as far as what the road less traveled by is specifically, the card that came out for that is I follow my inner guidance. And if you can see, it's literally a road. I can't, like, these cards are too perfect. So let me read you guys about I follow my inner guidance. This is the card 32 breaking down to a 5. So I definitely feel like the road less traveled by is not going to be a walk in the park, okay? It could be a walk in the park in your head. It could be whatever you want. But the road less traveled by is going to be denser. It's going to be bumpier because it has not been tamed in a way. Okay, so it says, I follow my inner guidance. The 6 integral faculties of mind are believed to be reason, memory, perception, will, imagination, and intuition. The mind's faculties are its metaphorical chess pieces, which assist in strategic navigation over the quote-unquote chessboard of waking life. Through reason, we are able to logically plan and strategize. Like a rock, we can move backwards or forward, left or right, but have the notion to think ahead with logic instead of solely operating with instinct. Memory empowers a remembering encoded within the DNA of our reasoning, a faculty which dances like the bishop, fully aware and grounded in the notion of contrast. Perception, like a knight, may jump over memory and reason, depending on circumstance, disregarding contrast, and fueled by a strength in conviction, okay? Imagination is king, the creative potential, which allows us to build our castles in the sky through the power of the mind's eye. With this aptitude of insight, we allow will to be the pawn which captures the reality we wish to claim. Finally, the queen to our king of imagination is our power of intuition, as the universal language of feeling, alrighty? The synthesis of emotion and insight, foresight met with strategy. Intuition, in conjunction with all other working parts of the conscious mind, brings total awareness, and through cultivation of awareness and the ideal of inner guidance, we are led to a deepening of awareness of the self and the self's strategic relationship to the totality of all. I follow my inner guidance, you guys. And that is the road less traveled by. I do the best that I can, and I follow my inner guidance. Just initially off of these 2 cards, I'm getting this idea of Spirit is wanting to remind us that believing in yourself and following your personal intuition, following your personal pull, following the road that you feel called to follow down, regardless of anybody, any one thing, any one environment, is understanding or even empowering of that choice or decision. I really feel like Spirit is asking us to really understand today that the road less traveled by will always make the most of the difference and will always make the biggest difference, because the road that is less traveled is the road that is rolled out for you. It's also reminding me of this idea of like literally staying in your own lane, or just exploring the unexplored even aspects of yourself. So with I do the best that I can and I follow my inner guidance, I feel like Spirit is urging us to understand today that if you have been going in over and over in your head about certain mistakes that you feel like you've been making, or certain things that you feel like you haven't been doing right, or if you have a decision to make and you are at a crossroads, or if you are just trying to figure out where the next day, week, month, year, whatever is going to do with you, Spirit really wants us and wants me to remind you guys that you are doing the absolute best that you can. And if you are not, baby steps, because at the end of the day, you are following your own inner guidance, and that is the road less traveled by, and that is what's going to make all the difference. The fact that you are not willing to follow some manufactured, okay, ideal of what is quote unquote right, what is quote unquote fair, what is quote unquote the right way to do things, with you choosing to do it your own way and do it to the best of your abilities, that will make all the difference. So to any of my creators, I'm definitely suggesting to trust yourself and to believe that you can trust yourself and to believe that you're doing the best that you can, and Spirit recognizes that, okay? So with that being said, Spirit, can I get some tarot cards to kind of clarify the message for today? What is the road less traveled by? Why is that important to us right now? God, what do you have to say to the collective today in regards to the road not taken? Spirit, can I get 6 cards? Okay, so let's make it 2 more cards, please. What is the road not taken? What is the road not taken? Wow, it's so crazy. This God is amazing. So I'm gonna show you guys when I'm done shuffling. But the first 2 cards that came out were the 8 of Cups, the 9 of Cups. And with the 8 of Cups literally talks about walking away from things that are no longer emotionally healthy or a good foundation for you. Because you understand that you are walking towards something better, okay? And I love the fact that the 8 and the 9 came out together, and it came out on this side. I'm trying to see if you guys can, if it'll focus. So it actually looks like the 8 of Cups is about to walk into this fairy woman who was in the 9 of Cups. The 8 of Cups represents also, there could have been something that happened in August or something that happened around eclipse season, which I believe was from June to August, like the summer-ish months. But there could have been something that you had to have abandoned, or this could even be talking about a childhood dream, because if you can see, this is the vice versa tarot, and on the back it looks like a disappointed child that has been put out, cast out. I just see this idea of being left alone, being isolated, being put in the dark. Okay, but in the dark is where, like it was talking about in the I do the best that I can, the dark can be a transformative and beautiful place for things to grow, okay? And with this 8 of Cups being here and the 9 of Cups, I definitely am seeing this natural progression, this natural growth, and I definitely feel like the road less traveled by may have you abandon things that you feel like you once knew, familiar things that you were once comfortable with, but it's really because those things weren't for you. As you can see, the cups that he was willing to risk it all for, they're broken. Let's see if this will focus. They're broken, they're shattered, they're tattered, they're not whole, and there's nothing wrong with that. But once he chooses to walk away, once we all choose to walk away from things that are no longer serving us emotionally, you know, those things where we feel like we have to lie to ourselves, those areas in our lives where we can't be honest and truthful, and where we feel like we did not do our best, or we feel like we listened to other people's guidance over our own inner guidance, you know, all of those moments of disappointment, all of those emotional toxicities that we could potentially be engaging in, still engaged in or have engaged in the past. Once we truly let go of that, let go of all the attachment to that, let go of all the guilt from those situations, let go of all the fear, let go of all the muck, all of the brokenness, all of the disalignment, we walk into this energy of fulfillment. And I really feel like it may come in the form of some form of spiritual realization, some form of spiritual because like I said, it looks like the fairy woman is flying into the 8 of Pentacles. She's like, don't worry, like, not the 8 of Pentacles, the 8 of Cups. She's like, don't worry. Literally, I have 9 cups, 9 pretty ass cups that are full of water for your long journey. Let's see if this will focus. You don't have to worry about the 8 cups that you feel like you lost. I'll give you back 8 cups and then 1. So I'm getting this idea of like, you are going to get more than you let go. especially following the road less traveled by, because the difference that it's going to make is it's going to personally fulfill you. It's going to help you realize that you are absolutely capable of achieving all of your own personal dreams and goals and being able to emotionally fulfill yourself on your own. You don't need anyone, anything, anybody. You don't even need the motherfucking cups. At this point, you just need yourself. And I really see this idea of finding peace within self on this road less traveled by. Okay, so the next two cards that came out were the Ace of Wands and the Ten of Wands. So I definitely, like I was saying earlier, this is not going to be some walk in the park. Okay, this is the front and this is the back. This is not going to be some walk in the park, but at the end of the day, I definitely feel like Spirit is supporting this. If you guys have a hawk, a canary, or an eagle totem, I am definitely seeing that this message is specifically for you, because there is going to be, like I said, once you walk away and once you really embrace your own ability to personally fulfill yourself on this road less traveled by and really realize how much you can follow your own inner guidance and how great you really are doing, like, you need to celebrate yourself more. Matter of fact, I have this candle from from Soy Selections, and it's that bitch candle. Okay, and it says boss in total control of herself. I had to reclaim some of my power because I've just been willingly giving people my power, and that shit doesn't fly. Spirit had to get me the fuck together, and that's why we didn't have no readings for September. But anyway, back to the reading. So with the Ace of Wands and the Ten of Wands being here, literally what Spirit told me is we're going into Super Saiyan mode. Like, it literally reminds me of where you think you're in like this one game, but once you find like the secret code or the secret door or the secret pathway, you literally go into a completely different world. And the burden, I don't want you guys to think of me using the word burden as negative, but the burden that is going to be placed on you for you to really carry the weight of your own vision is going to be heavy, because you're going to be the only one that's shouldering it. You're going to have to carry all 10 of these wands plus the wands you got in your motherfucking hand, like, because it's your dream. You're gonna have to fight for it, and you're gonna have to fight for it all the way until the end, And I see this idea of getting bored because we have the Four of Cups here. It's like you're waiting for your ships to come in. You're waiting for things to change. You're waiting. You're feeling like, well, what the fuck is the point? You see the little boy, he's like, well, damn, like, the ship left me. The ship left me. The ship didn't leave you. The ship did not leave you. The ship did not leave you. Don't feel like by focusing on yourself and your passions, your creativity, the things that light a fire under your ass, don't ever sacrifice following your own inner guidance for stimulation, for attention, because if you have to listen to anyone's guidance other than your own inner guidance, and I'm not saying asking for help, I'm not saying asking for advice or anything like that, but if you internally feel something wrong, okay, and you choose not to involve yourself in something, some situation, understand that you are doing the absolute best that you can in discerning what is right for yourself, and you are following your inner guidance, your inner path. And it's going to be, I just see this idea of being an uphill battle, because like I said, now you're going to have to shoulder it alone. Now you're going to have to carry the brunt of the weight alone. But don't get bored, don't get complacent, don't feel like Spirit has forgotten about you or anything like that, because Spirit has not. Like I said, I'm seeing this very natural progression, even with 8, 9, 1, and 10. It's like 8, 9 plus 1 equals 10. And then we have the Four of Cups here. The Four of Cups is the potentiality just to get complacent, to get comfortable where you're at, and to put down the sticks, the 10 or 11 sticks that you're holding, and say, you know what, I can't do this. I'm not doing my best, and I don't want to follow my inner guidance, because following my inner guidance is a brave choice, and I want to make a safe choice. I want to make a safe choice, and I want to ting over here. But Spirit is asking you and telling you, if you just hold on a little bit longer, if you just continue to make brave choices, you will start and begin to start on your Fool's journey, with the Fool being here. A way of thinking, a new life, a new opportunity will come. And it will come because of all of the hard work that you have put into. Two roads diverge in the yellow wood, and I took the one less traveled by. And that has made all the difference, okay? Now, the reason why he's saying that has made all the difference is because he can experience and see a new world. Like I said, I really feel like with the Ten of Cups being there, this is the front and this is the back. Mind you, we pick the side with the sun is shining, the sun is out, as well as in the Ace of Wands. So the shadows are dissipating, okay? The control that shadows have over us are dissipating. And Spirit is really trying to get us to see that if we can shoulder the weight of our own dreams, we will really step into this whole new reality. And with that being said, Spirit, can you please give me 1 or 2 angels, or angels, ancestors, whatever, that are helping us along this way on our road less traveled by? Who is protecting us? Who can we call on for guidance on this road less traveled by? Okay. This is so funny. Okay, so we have Traveler, move in a new direction. This is so fucking funny. I'm so sorry, guys, for cursing. And then we have Sky Father, trust in the unknown. And didn't I say something about hawk, eagle, whatever? Okay, so eagle energy is definitely present today. Let's make him focus. Sky Father, trust in the unknown. So Spirit is telling me to read from the book for both of these. So we're going to do Traveler, move in a new direction, and Sky Father, trust the unknown. So I definitely feel like just with seeing the titles of this and kind of knowing these cards, the Traveler is here because, like I said, Spirit is really trying to get you to take the road less traveled by, move in a new direction, go explore parts of yourself, or create something that has never been created before, reimagine something like nothing and no one has ever seen before. Take a brave choice. Choose to take the road less traveled by, because it will make all the difference. I'm telling you, the spread said it. The spread said it. Okay. Alrighty, so welcome any opportunities to travel, either to the outer world or to your inner worlds, the Traveler says. The Traveler card represents the gypsy spirit within. Alrighty, the opportunity to move in a new direction is coming your way, and ancestral wisdom is encouraging you to welcome it with open arms. Going on a trip Going on a trip is an exciting process because not only do you learn about the world, you also learn about yourself, okay? This card often comes up when you have a chance to go through a process of awakening and understand even more about the amazing qualities you have to share with the world. Often such journeys can be lonely. But this in itself can teach you that you are never really alone and your angels or ancestors are there for you. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. The road you were on may be the road less traveled. Y'all saw me pull these. Like, this is why I like pulling on camera, because I cannot make this shit up. God, you're speaking. I want to start praise dancing right now. My goodness. Okay. The road you are on may be the road less traveled, but this journey is going to be highly beneficial for your emotional and spiritual growth. If it isn't about covering outer distance, it's about covering distance within, and you will be evolving every single moment of it. Remember to keep things simple and to lighten your load. Not the Ten of Wands energy popping up. Okay. So lighten your load, because that will make your journey more enjoyable. You are also being encouraged to see how far you've come and how far you've really grown as a person, because this recognition will support you in going even further. And there's a good chance that along the way you'll make new friends who will become companions for a lifetime. I can't. That just perfectly summed up everything. Okay. So now we have Sky Father. Come on, Sky Daddy, focus. Okay, so trust in the unknown. It says trust that your path is unfolding exactly as it needs to. You have a personal relationship with the Great Father. Know that he is lovingly leading you forward. The Sky Father features in many religions and mythologies as the Father God. He's the counterpart to the Earth Mother in many traditions. So this card represents the universal powers that are masculine in essence, the energies that people have called out to and looked up to in times of need and gratitude. Sky Father personifies your relationship with the masculine energies of the divine, and possibly a very powerful male figure or father too. Okay, you are a co-creator of your life, and every thought, feeling, intention, and emotion you have is creating the road ahead. I cannot. With that being said, you don't need to know every single detail of what is going to unfold before you. When this card appears, you are being guided to take a step back and get out of your own way, because there is greater power that is not only around you but within you. And Sky Father is creating the best experience imaginable for you, the best. Accepting this will allow miraculous energy to come into your life. So see things from a higher perspective, like the eagle on this card. Alrighty, this card can also appear when there are opportunities to improve the father connection in your life. If your father figure is in heaven, know that his spirit is drawing close. If he is on earth, there's an opportunity to heal something, whether past or present. I'm amazed. I don't know what to say. I'm amazed. The traveler is saying moving in a new direction. Sky Father is saying trust in the unknown. And Robert Frost is saying and telling you to take the road less traveled by, and that will make all of the difference. When you come to a crossroad, take the road less traveled by. It will make all the difference. With this 10 of Wands and this Ace of Wands energy, like it said, bag a lady. You don't have to carry this shit. Put some of this shit down. Choose the one passion that lights the fire under your ass. You know what I'm saying? You can shoulder all of these 10s of Wands because, like I said, you are strong enough to do so. But if you need to put them down, you can put them down. Because at the end of the day, the Fool has the one wand. Okay? The message. Alrighty, I hope that resonated with you like it resonated with me, and if it didn't, then watch one of my other videos. But if you got to this far, I'm pretty sure that it did. Let me know in the comment section down below what you thought, you know, what your road less traveled by is for you. Honestly, I am figuring that out right now. Mine has a lot to do with just independence and just being comfortable in solitude and selective and intentional solitude. Really, like I said in one of my other videos, I feel like I've been in hermitess mode, and I really feel like spirit is pulling me down the road less traveled by, even though it is the road that I picked. Didn't know it's gonna unfold like that. But I'm very appreciative to even understand and discern this message, how it is in my life, because it just really shows me personally that anything that I felt like I had to walk away from emotionally that was impacting me, it was for a reason, and the reason was for me to really discover the road less traveled by for me. Because like it was talking about, and I think it was in the Traveler or the Sky Father, a lot of the times this journey you have to journey alone. And it's not the fact that people aren't amazing and important and lovely and all of that, but some things you have to solidify, you have to know, you have to come to understand for yourself, so that you can help and share it with other people. Like I was talking to you about early in the beginning of this reading, I had to sit on this message and really figure out a way to internalize it for myself before I even got on here and explained it to you guys. So I really feel like right now Spirit is encouraging us to really take a look at what road you know, can we travel by, and travel by on ourselves, by ourselves, for the greater good of everything and everyone around us. All right, I believe in you. I love you. Thank you so much for watching, and bye.
Baby, call me stupid girl.